This high-speed train travels at a rate that is unrivaled anywhere else in the world. It has the potential to achieve a speed of 407 miles per hour, 605 kilometers per hour. Flying takes much more time than traveling by high-speed rail, which can reach speeds of up to 300 miles per hour. It is possible that we will not be able to witness a speed of this magnitude in the United States for the foreseeable future. Yet, in China, traveling by high-speed rail at a fast pace has quickly replaced other modes of public transportation as the most frequent mode of public transportation as the most frequent mode. Due to the fact that China's high-speed railway construction has been more fast over the last several years, it has emerged as a central topic of discussion throughout the globe. In the past, however, the country's development of high-speed rail lagged behind that of Japan and European nations by many decades in 2008. They continued to rely on the technology developed in Europe for high-speed rail in order to launch the first high-speed train. But it is incredible that since the first high-speed rail line opened in only 15 years ago, they have developed 42,000 kilometers of high-speed rail lines in just that amount of time. Just 27,000 kilometers of high-speed rail lines have been completed in China, although Japan constructed its first high-speed rail system 50 years earlier than China did. 1970, one saw the beginning of construction of Germany's first high-speed rail line, which now spans a distance of just 4,700 kilometers. The high-speed rail system in the United States is not operational at the moment. Although while the high-speed train line spanning 42,000 kilometers may seem like a marvel to many other nations, this is just 1/5 of China's enormous rail network that will be completed in 2020. The China Railway Administration made the audacious announcement that it plans to finish constructing a railway network that is 200,000 kilometers long by the year 2035. Of this total, 70,000 kilometers will be dedicated to high-speed rail networks, while the remaining 130,000 kilometers will be allocated to ordinary railways and intercity rail. They have aspirations of extending the railway network to even more underserved places, and sometime in the not-too-distant future they expect to exceed the 220,000-kilometer railway network that already exists in the United States. Many were taken aback by the Chinese plan, and several experts in Europe questioned its viability. This is because, over the course of the last 3 years, China's economy has not shown any signs of progress owing to the influence of the new crown plague, but rather has been in a state of decline. On the other hand, despite the fact that there is uncertainty, I do not believe that they will cancel the program. Because of this, they had put it off for a number of years. The relationship between the Soviet Union and China was reasonably amicable in the early decades of the 20th century, not long after the establishment of the new Chinese state. With assistance from the Communist government of the Soviet Union, China's first manufacturing endeavors were focused on the railroad industry. In the end, just 5,000 kilometers of railroads were constructed over the course of 5 years. At that time period, there was widespread concern over the quality of China's infrastructure. Building railroads in China is difficult because China does not have the iron and steel technical experts or the engineering knowledge that is required. There has been on China's train system recently. Later on, China started sending its citizens to a variety of other nations, including Japan, Germany, France, the United Kingdom, and the United States, in order to gain knowledge about railway technology. They started their own professional training programs, constructed their own steel mills, and established their own rail network according to their own specifications. Also, with the assistance of railroad traffic in order to encourage economic activity. In 2015, as a major nation with a population of 1.4 billion, the demand for passenger and freight transportation is very high, and the disparity between supply and demand has not fundamentally shifted in any significant way. For instance, during the year 2015, China made investments totaling more than 823 billion yuan in only one single year. And China Railway Group finished building a new railway line that was 9,530, 1 kilometers long, including 3,306 kilometers of high, including 3,306 kilometers of height. In 2018, China's national railroads finished investing 461.2 billion yuan. By 2021, the China Railway Group will have spent 748.9 billion yuan in fixed assets and placed into service 4,208 kilometers of new railway lines, including more than 2,100 kilometers of high-speed railway lines. By the end of the year 2022, the overall length of China's national railway system would have surpassed 155,000 kilometers, with the total mileage of high-speed rail having reached 42,000 kilometers. Railways may be found in 99 of the country's cities that have a population of over 200,000 people. In 2022, China will finish an investment of 710.9 billion yuan in railway fixed assets and construct 4,100 kilometers of new railway lines. In 2023, China will also build 82 kilometers of high-speed rail. In addition to this, China is going to make plans to construct additional railroad routes. According to the proposal, the building of railway mileage will reach 3,000 kilometers, with high-speed rail accounting for 2,500 kilometers of that total. If projections based on the present development rate of railroads are accurate, China will most likely reach its target of a total railway length of 200,000 kilometers by the year 2035. This is assuming that projections are accurate. By the year 2035, it is anticipated that China will have completed the construction of railways in all cities with populations of more than 200,000, with high-speed rail serving those cities with populations of more than 500,000. It is possible that the amount of time needed to travel between adjacent provinces in China will be reduced to less than half a day, and the amount of time needed to travel between each major city and the smaller cities in its vicinity will decrease to between 1 and 2 hours. In addition to the building of railroads, China is also working on the development of high-speed, fast railway. The speed of the fusing that is presently in operation can reach a maximum of 350 kilometers per hour, whereas the speed of the new trains that have been constructed may reach a maximum of 605 kilometers per hour. If the train can be made more popular as soon as possible, it is anticipated that the speed of aircraft in China will fall behind that of high-speed rail. Additionally, it is possible that the aircraft will be phased out in the near future, which will allow people to save not only more time but also money on their travels. I'm curious as to what your thoughts are on this matter.